Service announcement on the perils of playing games like the three-shell game or any of its cousins for money. So let's begin. It's a little game of hanky-poo. There's 2 for me and there's 1 for you. Just follow the P while I move things a little. I won't move them far. See, it's still in the middle. Now, this really is a simple game, but it could drive a man insane. P starts in the middle and it ends in the middle. The game's not that easy, most contend, once the P jumps from the middle to the far end. So, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll play with just 2 shells for you. So, let's say I don't move them at all. Would you double your wealth or would you wind up broke and despondent? Decide for yourself. I'll tell you what, if you give it one more crack, I'll leave one arm behind my back. This way. And I'm real slow. Concentrate now, just follow the P and don't get distracted listening to me. So there you go. Now if you were just guessing, you could lose over here. If you think seeing is believing, you're going to lose right there. Only 1 in a million will stay on track, and that the P is in the hand behind my back. So that's the 3-shell game, and 5 pretty darn good reasons why you don't want to play me for money. But if you see the game on the streets, you have a whole different set of problems. You have to be aware of these things. Now, just like me, they are going to start with the P under the center shell. But then they're going to go into a series of rapid hand manipulations like this. Now that one there is called the counterclockwise maneuver. And it causes the P to jump from this shell over to this shell. Conversely, if he goes in a clockwise direction, well, that's pretty quick. That causes the P to jump from this shell over to this shell. Now street guys have made an absolute fortune on this one. It starts out in the center. They do this little clicky thing. Now everybody always bets on one of those 2 because, well, they were the only 2 that moved, plus he did the little clicky thing. But here's what happens. The P comes out from underneath this shell. Notice the angle of that shell. It ricochets off to the outside of that shell, travels faster than the human eye could follow, all the way over there. All right, it's time to recap. Let's say the P's under the center of the shell, and you pick it. Doesn't mean you're going to win, because before you turn it over, I could sneak it over here. Right? And if you were to guess it's over here, well, then I would sneak it over there. So your problem in a nutshell with the 3-shell game is this. It's just never going to be under the one that you pick, and that's the reason you never want to play the game for money. Thank you very much.